right, guys, Fusion fam, what's going on?
What's going on?
We have a very special guest. I have an introduction ready for you. Can I do it?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a voice actor with over 250 acting credits. I'm gonna read off some of your greats.
Okay.
Charmy from Blackclover, one of my favorites. Power from Chainsaw Man. Young Yuri from Spy Family. Kikyo Kushida from Clash of the Elite, which we gotta talk about that later, 'cause I just started watching that and wow.
Man.
Zeno from Dragon Ball Super. And you're also in Borderlands as well. And One Piece and My Hero Academia. You are also an artist. And I just found out a singer?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. You've been hiding that from us?
I wasn't hiding it.
Yeah, Introduce yourself to the people.
Hello, my name is Sarah Wiedenheft. I'm a voice actor, artist, and also a singer.
Yeah.
And a singer. There you go.
And if you don't know who we are, I'm Chad.
And I'm Jeremy.
And together this podcast, this tag team, this collective, we are Fusion. All right. So first off, thank you for doing this with us.
Yes.
We really appreciate
Absolutely.
it. This has been a long time coming. We've been putting in some work to get this to happen, and we're finally here. So thank you for your time.
Sorry.
All right. Oh, that's. We need the ropes. We need the ropes.
Yeah, we need the ropes.
All right, Sarah. So could you tell us, like, were there any moments, like, in your childhood or anything that kind of led you to what you're doing now, being a voice actor, an artist, or a singer?
Actress, bro. Actress.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Actress, whatever.
Politically correct. But it's your time to shine. I apologize.
It's all right. I did a lot of make-believe when I was a kid. I pretended I was characters like all the time, and sometimes I would kick my friends out of it because they were ruining my story. I just been doing that for a very, very long time. And also I started drawing when I was around like 9 years old, and I showed my mom the picture, and she was like, "Oh, that looks really nice." And I'm like, "Oh, I like that." And I've been chasing that high ever since.
Oh, okay.
And singing, I've always loved doing it, and I'd always been in choir. And it was around like high school I started getting into like every single one, like honors choir, show choir, musicals, and just regular theater.
So do you have like a particular genre or anything that you like to sing?
Well, dang.
Yeah.
Well, dang.
Sorry, I always have to fend off these men.
Yeah. Beating them off with a stick, huh?
With a stick. God dang. We had another big name in the game, y'all see?
Oh, man. So do you have like a particular like genre or anything that you like to sing?
I can't really think of any. My favorite thing to do is harmonize.
Harmonize?
So like things that are like more like harmonizable, I'll find myself with that.
okay.
There's like a lot of like old kind of like love songs that are good for that too.
Oh, okay.
What about the art side of drawing and everything like that? Like, when did you start doing that?
I was around 9 years old when I started to draw like mostly anime. Sailor Moon was my first thing, so I started doing that.
So you already beat me to the question, like, so what's your favorite anime?
Respect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's your favorite Sailor Scout?
There you go.
It was Sailor Moon.
Okay.
I related to her the most.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, because I really love to sleep. I also am chronically late to like everything. And I also like am like super, super goofy and tend to also not like monsters, but like if any of my friends are like ever needed help, as much as I don't want to, I know I would be the first person to fight.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
yeah.
Respect. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at 19, you decided to become a voice actor, correct? Or were you?
It was around there, yeah.
Around there? Okay. So, what led you to want to do that?
Because I've already did a bunch of other entertainment things. I realized that like animation and cartoons and stuff were things that I really enjoyed, and I was like, oh wait, that's another form of acting, and I want to start dabbling in it. So I started kind of doing it at home, roughly with mattress toppers in the closet, potato mics. I think I eventually upgraded to something that was better, but I can't remember the name of it for the life of me. But yeah, I started doing stuff at home, and then I realized I was like 40 minutes away from Funimation, which is now Crunchyroll at the time, and they had open auditions, and I just shot them an email showing them like, hey, this is all my acting experience. I've done like musicals, theater, blah, 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 acting 1 and 2 in college. And then 8 months later, after the 5 phases of grief, they emailed me back and then said, hey, we're having them. Do you want it? I'm like, yes, God, yes. I mean, like, sure, that's all right.
8 months is a long time away. That's a long time away. You
I almost forgot about it. I was like, guys. I came in for an audition. And Jerry Jewell happened to be the one doing it at the time.
Okay.
And he was really sweet. I was so nervous. This was my first time doing that in person, and my arms and legs were all al dente noodles. And I was like, I couldn't breathe. He's like, go sit down. You just collect yourself. Go back in when you're ready. And I did. I'm like, done. I'm like, shoo. And then they called me back 2 weeks later to do a bit part, and I just started making my way up through there. And I was like, oh my God, I like this so much.
Okay. What was the first thing you auditioned for?
Yeah.
I think it was Senran Kagura. I can't remember which one specifically.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't come in for that one. I think I came in for a certain scientific magical index. I think that's what it was. I think I was like, I have to wait, real gun or index?
It's over 250 acting credits. It starts to run together, huh?
Yeah.
So who's your favorite anime character that you like to play?
Hard to say. Probably between Power and Toru, though. But I'll find anybody for my other roles. I'm ready.
Man, I
almost thought I had to for Charmy and Black Clover movie. I was like, I cannot let them have her.
Yeah, no.
That's my child.
Yeah. And you know what? When I watched it, I was like, I was listening for your voice. I'm like, she's gonna be in there. She has to be there. So, what was the audition process like for auditioning for Power?
It felt intense, just because I knew that there's going to be a lot of people auditioning for it, and there wasn't a whole lot that I knew about the show. Actually, the first time that I heard about it, I thought it was like an isekai. Turns out that's not the case at all, but it's a lot better actually. But I ended up having to do a little bit of research because I had no idea what these characters were, but I knew it was something that I would definitely need to do some research for. So I looked at the first two mangas where she's introduced. I just did a one-shot for Makima because I'm like, I feel like she doesn't have too much going on from what I saw in there. She seemed just pretty level-headed, so I didn't worry about that.
Wow.
The Power one, I was like, I know, I had it pretty right?
I
didn't even know that much. I didn't read that far into it, but for Power, I was like, I'm not really sure where to go with it. I feel like she's insane. My audition for her was insane too, because I was like, I feel like she's really psychotic, and I was correct. And but after doing I think it was probably 5 takes or so, I listened to the trailer and I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm worried about. I feel like I'm in the right ballpark here. I'm just gonna send it off, just get rid of it, going away.
Okay, so I have to ask you. So I just started watching The Classroom of the Elite. You seem so nice, so sweet.
Thank you.
So innocent. But Kushida, I was watching. I'm like, oh, she's so nice. Okay, I kind of get this. And she had the one part where she's just out, when she thinks nobody's around, and she just started going crazy. It's kind of imagine me, I'm a good guy, all nice and innocent. Then I leave you guys, I just start cussing everybody out. I hate you all. I hope you die. Blah blah blah. So what led you to want to play her? Because that was such a crazy contrast.
It's not so much about wanting as so much as they cast me, and I was okay, sure, let's do this thing. And then she's like, I just want you to be super sweet, high pitched, just very, very, very nice. I'm like, okay, you got it. And then I get to that point, I was like, oh no. But basically, I was playing her as somebody that is just kind of irritating.
Yeah.
She's
so nice that it's irritating.
It's what do you call it? There's an overwhelming amount of positivity. But I can't remember the word for it. I think it's toxic positivity or something like
positivity.
that. Yeah, I was going for that. I remember every time I went in for it, the director would be like, ugh, God, I hate her so much. All right, next line. You're doing great.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like, I've been
Yeah.
watching, I'm like, she's, especially since I've seen that part, I'm like, come on, girl, you just be yourself. Be yourself.
I know.
She's crazy.
I've noticed too. I see a lot of girls like so many different conventions. It's just like Power. How does that make you feel to see all these like young girls and some guys even dressed as Power come to you like, oh my God, I'm a big fan. Like, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me so excited. Like,
Really?
Yeah, like it's mind blowing, and like I'm like, what? I'm connected to this character, and I see it everywhere. And I just like every time I see one, I'm like, Power.
Yeah, right.
I see one right now.
And that's why I asked that question. I was like, I wonder.
Yeah.
Like, that's my character. Yeah.
That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl.
My voice actor. That is so cool,
Yeah, it
man.
makes me happy.
Okay, so I have one more voice actor here to actually about to ask you some more stuff.
Okay.
So to go to the other part of that question, do you find that you have any of the similarities to any of your characters?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially like Charmy. I actually back in the day when I was voicing her, I always brought in like armful of snacks beforehand, and that was happening before I was cast as Charmy. And then like Chris was just like, she's just perfect. You are her. like yeah, and like she's just super fun. Like I get like the 0 to 100 vibes too. And yeah, there's a lot of like little things that I can connect with other characters. I might not be like I'm them 100%, but it might be like there's a lot that I can pick and choose from. Like that's super
personality traits and things like that.
I got a voice acting question. So, it's a two-part question. Have you worked with other voice actors in Funimation? And two, if so, who's your favorite one to work with?
Yes, I have, but most of the time, if we're actually working with them, we're doing it in a Walla session. But otherwise, we do it singular.
Oh man, have you ever done it? Like, all right, y'all here together. It's like, here's my part, that's your part. Hop out, we done. Let's go get lunch.
It depends on who I'm with, but not always. No, a lot of us tend to have something that we need to go do afterwards.
Okay.
Or we're just like, I want to go home. Bye.
That's pretty surprising because like the chemistry between like all the voice actors and things and all the animated always seems like they're right there in the room and they're just like screaming at each other like yeah.
But I can't say I have a favorite. Like it's like I have a really good relationship with so many people that like I couldn't be like this is the one.
No, and I'm not trying to put you on no spot like that. It's like like I like working like with Chad here.
Yeah, I get so excited every time I see a bunch of my friends' names on the cast list. So.
That's beautiful. So I was like I said, I wouldn't try to cause no trouble, nothing like that. But I was I wonder who's your favorite, Look at you stirring up pot. I know this stirring. This is stirring. I tried. What you got, Chad?
So, could you give us your best, like one of your best auditions and possibly one of your worst auditions? Like things didn't go the way that you maybe wanted it to go?
Like ones where I didn't get the part, or like ones where like I do a different voice than the one.
Well, no, like let's say, you could say one where like, let's say you're going for an audition and you put everything into it and you're just like, wait, this isn't going the way I want it to go.
I can't really think of many.
Because you're good.
No,
Okay,
it's
no
not so
problem.
much that. It's whenever I audition for something, I tend to go for things that are within my range and like my capabilities. Like I'm not gonna try to go for like the very like womanly looking women because there's no way. There's no way that my voice fits into that because I cannot go that low. And I know they're looking for the sultry kind of voice. And like I can't. That's my range just can't get down there.
Okay. What's one of your best auditions?
Probably I have harder with the commercials. I would say like I'm still trying to get better at those, but yeah, those ones are pretty rough because I'm like I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you have an audition where you went in there and you're like, I absolutely killed this. The part is mine.
It's hard to say. I probably felt that way with maybe Cherry Blossom Cookie. It's like she's the one that I went in. It's for the game Cookie Run Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's been with that one I was like, this is my cookie. This is my cookie. I will not let anybody have her. I don't know why, but like I started like that is mine. She is mine. And if I don't have her, they're wrong.
Okay.
But otherwise than that, like I can't really to think of one where I'm like, I killed it. Because there's a lot of times where I just feel awkward with an audition. I'm like, that could go right anywhere.
Either way.
I heard like Harry Spears on the podcast just like the other day saying something like that. Like when it comes to auditions, you be like this. Oh, I got bills to pay. I got this. I got that. All that auditioning process is such a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So you go through that anxiety when you do auditions?
Oh, all of us do. All of us are like, I mean, like you're vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there,
yes,
you know,
yeah.
and like you're just hoping that you don't sound like an idiot, you know, especially if you're throwing out to somebody that you don't know very well, or something that you want to be a part of really badly. Of like, gosh, I hope this looks professional and sounds all right, or at least like gets me in there to do a spoon or something.
Blocking that. You see nothing at all.
Man, so you like these cons, man? Like, what you like about the cons? I know you know probably a bunch of them and everything like that.
So like right now, I love seeing all the different powers and people who are cosplayed as characters. I do, but obviously getting able to like meet all kinds of new people and geek out with others.
That is a pretty cool thing about the cons. Like when we started going, that's when we started kind of getting into it for doing this whole podcast thing for to talk to like-minded people. We got one more question before you go.
We'll sign out.
Yeah. So
you got money to make.
Okay. So what do you want as far as like all the characters you play and things like that? Like what's one thing you want to tell your fans and the people that kind of watch you? Like you say, you see all the different powers and the charmies and the people running around. Like, what do you want to tell them?
Thank you so much for your support, and I'm glad that my work reaches you in such a way that you feel compelled to come say hello to me. You guys are amazing, and I'm glad that we're sharing the same universe right now, because Chainsaw Man's really amazing, and so is anime just in general. And I'm really glad that none of us are getting beat up for it right now, because
it's our time now.
We're in a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be blessed.
Absolutely. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for doing this with us. We really appreciate it. Tell the people where they can find you and things like that on social media.
On Twitter, I'm Sarah Wiedenheft, and on Instagram, Cryptic Mink. I also have an artist account, which is under Swedish, SWIEDISH, and the irony is I'm not Swedish, I'm Danish. But it's my first and last name. And you can find my artist profiles on all of those. Sometimes I do Twitch under Swedish, but I've been pretty hiatus right now because the conventions have been taking up this whole year, and I've just been couch potato.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, Sarah, thank you so much again for doing this with us. We truly appreciate it.
And also, don't forget, thank you, GalaxyCon, for giving us this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, GalaxyCon, so much. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
I know, right? Thanks for the money, y'all.
All right, man. Well, I'm Chad.
And I'm Jeremy, and this is Sarah.
Yay. This Fusion High, we're out this thing.
Thank you again.